and enemies. Today we're looking at another Mythic Legions figure, going through our stockpile. This one is actually a newer one. This here is Torrion of the Circle of Paxis. Basically an evil minotaur, and I love him. I believe he's basically just using the body of their previous minotaur character, Asturion, Bullman. Different Bullman, good Bullman. This Bullman is bad Bullman. You can tell because his eyes are red. Anyway, normal Mythic Legions packaging. Blurb on the side about the character, Circle of Paxis crest. And on the back of this package is a different illustration than on most of the other ones I've gotten. Here we see Ragna Stormforger and some other people who I don't remember the names of. So enough of that, let's get into this. I like animals more than I like people usually, but if you put an animal head on a person body, I like that too. Oh, this is new. I don't think we've seen this before. A little note that came in the packaging. Joints on Mythic Legions figures can become tight after production. Should I do a voice while reading this?
When posing Mythic Legions figures for the first time, especially during cold weather,
or clockwise, counterclockwise based on type of joint, until the joint moves freely.
Failure to do so could result in irreparable joint breakage.
I guess they had a lot of trouble with joints breaking. I've had a lot of coffee today. I'm sure this is all just riveting information for everyone as I unsuccessfully try to undo this twisty tie. Okay. Such an ordeal. Always such an ordeal. Everything is always so difficult. There is definitely a smell that permeates the air once you get this out of the packaging. There is definitely a smell. So I looked through his accessories because I thought he would come with a tail, but there is no place to put a tail, so I guess the bullmen don't have tails, which is weird because Warrior came with a tail. Okay, so this is a reuse of one of their buff, big, strong guy type of bodies, I guess you would say. I don't know what else you would call it. But then with a bull head on top. And it works from the front, it kind of works from the side. But yeah, when you get to the side and then to the back, that's where things start to fall apart a little bit in the believability sector. Now, everyone's mileage may vary. Obviously, we're all different entities living on this here planet Earth. But I had no interest in the other Bullman, Asterion, or whatever. But this one, I really loved the minute I saw the promo pictures of it. And do you know why? Color scheme, baby! Black and blue, one of my favorites, especially this blue. It nearly perfectly matches my background, pretty much my favorite shade of blue ever. But you didn't come here to hear me talk about how much I love the color blue. Save that for my other YouTube channel. You came here to hear me talk about toys, for some reason, I don't know why. So, let's do that. As we know by now, the Mythic Legions line has excellent attention to detail, and this figure certainly does not stray from the norm in that regard. Very, very nice, tiny strands of fur, tiny veins on the face. The fur kind of flattens out right here into a skin texture to make it meet up with the human-type body. Beautifully sculpted armor, beautiful, jagged, cracked cloven hooves. Crazy muscles on this guy. This is a bodybuilder type for sure. And something else that stands out to me is this jewel in the center. It looks almost like they took a costume jewelry jewel and just stuck it on there, but it's not. It's just sculpted and painted in some kind of iridescent paint, I think. It would look really gaudy if they had just stuck a fake jewel on there, but this works. I wish he had a tail though. His butt looks so lonely. Take that as you will. Paint application, also excellent. There is nowhere on this figure where it goes astray. Beautiful silvery blues on the armor, all accented with some brown and black dust and grime. These nipples just like poke right out. The harder his nipples get, the more ready he is for battle. That's what I hear. I don't normally look at articulation when it comes to the Mythic Legions line, just because you usually know what you're in for, but I'm just gonna take a little peek at what this guy can do. First off, I want to show you that his horns can come out. So maybe if you want a cow woman instead of a bull man, but then that doesn't work because, well, anyway, so those come out, and I bet you could, I wonder. I thought that maybe you could swip out the horns on Ragna's helmet and put them in here, but it doesn't really look like it. But with some modification, it would be easy enough, and then you could have a curly horn bullman. But the horns being separate is pretty cool. And that way you can kind of customize your Torrion further. Like if you wanted him to have some jacked up horns, maybe ones like this and ones like that. Movement on the head is a little limited because it's stuck in this big ol' neck. And that's about as far as he can look up. The neck itself, there's no movement. It is just stuck on there. And you would think that would affect movement of the shoulders, but not really. They move out pretty well. So this big old trapezius area will not get in the way of his arm movement. Swivel on the waist, nice crunch, crunch back, and underneath the armor we've got this thigh swivel, but the thigh is a completely separate part from this hip part of the leg, which is interesting. I've never seen that before. I haven't opened all my Mythic Legions, so I don't know if I have more of them that are like that or if this is a new thing. You could turn his leg all the way around. Little bit hard to stand up, but the hooves are pretty large, so it's not too difficult. It can be done. Yeah, there we go. Fresh out of the package, he came with a sword right beside him. At first, I was a little disappointed because I didn't think it matched his color scheme, but when you have it next to him, it actually does. This gold is the same as the gold for the buckles right here, and it kind of lends itself nicely to these brown and beige tones of the straps and the horns. And then this darker blue can be seen on the jewel and then in certain places throughout the armor. So it matches. So let's take a look at his bag o accessories. We're professionals here, so we use tiny scissors, as all professionals do. Then we professionally just dump it all out. Just dump it all out. Nothing matters. Reality is an illusion, and the universe is a hologram. You know all that. Really neat shield. It's embossed with some kind of runic language. I assume this shield is a reuse from the other Minotaur or maybe another character because this doesn't look very evil. And Torrion's supposed to look evil, but what do I know about looking evil? Comes with this plug, you plug this in, and you should be able to attach it to his wrist, I assume. We'll find out in a minute. Got these pauldrons, which will match his armor. And from what I've seen, all the Mythic Legions come with this leather belt strap, so they can carry their weapons on them. And so aside from the sword, we get this cool staff. Let's put this together really quick. Yeah, that's nice. Now that looks like an evil staff. It's not the staff that's evil though, it's the person wielding it. Unless it is the staff that's evil. Sometimes you gotta be on the lookout for evil staffs. Some more runes in the detail up here. Love this blue and gold color scheme. Look at that grip. Alright, I want to put his pauldrons on him. So he has these holes in the back. We'll just stick these on. This one says right. He definitely strikes a more complete figure with the pauldrons on, though then you're giving up some movability in the arms, because that happens. But that's okay, because you can fiddle around with it and adjust it. Let's see if he can hold up this here. You think he's left-handed or right-handed? Looks pretty cool, so you could have him wielding a sword and a shield, or just a sword, or just a shield, or if you want him to be a magic user, give him this staff. I don't know how I'm going to display him. The staff is pretty sweet. I don't know, there's just something about seeing a giant bull man who you know could rush you and disembowel you in one movement, and then seeing that he's got a magic staff and realizing he can also blow you up. Just think about it. Man, these pauldrons, though, do not want to stay on. I'm going to have to heat them up, I think, and just jam them in and hopefully they'll stay. Here he is with our other black and blue character, Ragna Stormforger. Or, stick our two animal buddies together, you have Bullman and Warrior, which sounds like a great sitcom. This needs to happen. So, of course, again, another beautiful figure in the Mythic Legions line. Great work from Four Horsemen Studios. I love these animal characters. So, would you watch Bullman and Warrior? Streaming now on Disney+. So that's it for today. Likes and subscribes are very much appreciated. Comments are encouraged. Chat amongst yourselves. Chat with me. I don't know. Whatever. Do what you want. Life is short. And when you shuffle off this mortal coil, you're gonna wish you had commented on my YouTube video. That was a joke. Because of the irreverent nature of YouTube videos as a whole. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next one.